Hello everyone, welcome to Consultaire and interlinkiq.com to conduct a document review utilizing repairs and maintenance program under SQF Module 11.2.1. First, check if the document title matches the uploaded file name on the dashboard. In this instance, we both have the same title as repairs and maintenance program. Next, both must have the same document code. For this example, we do have 11.2.1. And since this is a template, we indicate the PCQI as the account initials. However, we can customize the code based on the company's initials. For the page number, we use the page X of Y format. Ensure that it reflects the current page position and the total page number of the document. Then insert the company logo here, together with the company name and company address, and enter the designated department. For the originated by section, it can be the food safety, quality assurance, or the quality control personnel of the company. The originator ensures implementation of the quality management and document control system. Enter the name of the originator, affix the signature, position title, and the date originated. For the reviewed by section, it can be the personnel assigned in the quality management department who reviews the drafted document or its revision for accuracy and implementation. Again, you may enter the name of the reviewer, affix the signature, position title, and the date reviewed. For the approved by section, it can be the personnel in the C-level management who has the approval authority. Enter the name of the approver, affix the signature, position title, and the date approved. The revision date is the same as the date originated or drafted by the author. Next, for the effective date, it is the date the document was signed and approved. The publication date is when the document is published for distribution and initiate personnel training. Next we have is the implementation date. The implementation date is when the document is distributed and personnel training is completed. Last we have is the supersedes. Put original for the initial issuance of the document, and for any revisions, reflect the initial revision date before the current revision. Please be reminded that this section must be properly filled out to be compliant. And then now, we will focus on the components of the program. First we have is the purpose. The purpose is the implementation of any certification standard or compliance with a regulatory requirement. And for this program, it is for the implementation with SQF Module 11, Edition 9 for food manufacturing under Clause 11.2.1. Under purpose, to implement SQF 11.2.1.1, the methods and responsibility for the maintenance and repair of plant, equipment, and buildings shall be documented, planned, and implemented in a manner that minimizes the risk of product, packaging, or equipment contamination. Next, implement SQF 11.2.1.2. Routine maintenance of plant and equipment in any body processing, handling, or storage area shall be performed according to a maintenance control schedule and recorded. The maintenance schedule shall be prepared to include buildings, equipment, and other areas of premises critical to the maintenance of product safety. To implement SQF 11.2.1.3, failures of plant and equipment in any food processing, handling, or storage area shall be documented and reviewed, and their repair incorporated into the maintenance control schedule. Next, to implement SQF 11.2.1.4, site supervisors shall be notified when maintenance or repairs are to be undertaken in any processing, handling, or storage areas. To implement SQF 11.2.1.5, the maintenance supervisor and the site supervisor shall be informed in any repairs or maintenance activities pose a potential threat to product safety. Examples: pieces of electrical wire, damaged light fittings, and loose overhead fittings. When possible, maintenance is to be conducted outside operating times. To implement SQF 11.2.1.6, temporary repairs, where required, shall not pose a food safety risk and shall be included in routine inspections, and you may refer to 2.5.4.3 and the cleaning program. There shall be a plan in place to address the completion of temporary repairs to ensure they do not become permanent solutions. To implement SQF 11.2.1.7, food contact equipment and equipment located over food contact equipment shall be lubricated with food-grade lubricant, and its use shall be controlled to minimize the contamination of the product. Next, to implement SQF 11.2.1.8, paint used in a food handling or processing area shall be suitable for use in good condition and not be used on any product contact surfaces. Second, the scope of the program is based on the purpose and serve as a guide in defining and describing the layout of the procedure. And we have here the maintenance activities, chemicals and lubricants, and repairs and maintenance. Third is the policy. The policies are the rules set by the company as their implementation guide. Under policy, we have maintenance procedures are carefully planned, designed, documented, and implemented to avoid contamination. Of products, materials, or equipment, and ensure that maintenance staff, including contractors, understand safety implications of maintenance activities, maintenance of equipment or building structure are completed in a manner that does not pose a risk to the product. Materials, including packaging material or equipment. The maintenance supervisor and the site supervisor are informed when any repairs or maintenance activities pose a potential threat to product safety. When possible, maintenance is conducted outside operating times. The maintenance supervisor is notified in the event of any breakage or damage that could expose products, packaging, or equipment to contamination. The maintenance supervisor is notified when work has been completed. Plant supervisors and operators ensure appropriate and effective cleanup measures taken once all maintenance or service contractor activity is completed and before the commencement of plant operations. Supplier staff, maintenance personnel, and service contractors adhere to correct procedures when implementing maintenance on all equipment. Before use, repair equipment is inspected for missing parts, nuts, bolts, spring, and etc. Those responsible for reporting, completing repairs, and cleaning their equipment after repairs are specified in maintenance procedure. The use of temporary fasteners, such as strings, wires, or tape, is not permitted. Food-grade lubricant is used in machinery that exists over product lines or food contact surfaces. Food-grade lubricant is used sparingly to avoid contact with the product. Where paint is used on equipment, roofs, walls, or floors, it is in a good condition and suitable for use. Paint is not allowed to be used on the food contact surfaces. Fourth, we have is the procedure. The procedure is a step-by-step process and the actual implementation of the policy. And we have here the maintenance activities, preventive maintenance program. Preventive maintenance procedure, the following activities are included in the preventive maintenance checklist. In the preventive maintenance checklist, at the beginning of each week, refer to the preventive maintenance checklist to schedule the maintenance to be performed for that week. And we have here the daily, pre-operations and operational reports, filled out by the quality personnel, will inform maintenance of what task needs to be performed. Monthly or bi-monthly, tasks listed on the preventive maintenance checklist. Quarterly, tasks listed on the preventive maintenance checklist. Annually, tasks listed on preventive maintenance checklist. Next, refrigeration equipment check and service by an outside contractor. All contractor must sign the contractor rules and confidentiality agreement annually. Inspect rooftop fans and intake filters. Employees are encouraged to report problems they notice to their supervisor or to the quality department. Notification occurs when the potential product risk is evident through the maintenance reports in food processing areas. Maintenance issues that are related to maintaining food safety will be treated as high priority by the maintenance personnel. Other requirements to ensure food safety are: all clothes are maintained in a sanitary manner, cleaned daily, and removed when the repair is complete by both maintenance employees and contractors. GMPs and food safety hygiene are followed by both maintenance employees and contractors. Maintenance procedures that pose no risk to product safety and integrity are followed. Maintenance of equipment or building structure. Structures are completed in a manner that does not pose a risk to product materials, including packaging material or equipment. Temporary fixes such as wire, tape, string, etc. are not permitted. Equipment is cleaned, washed, and inspected by quality department before use. Paint is suitable for use and not used for food contact surfaces. New equipment that is not used regularly and or equipment that kept out of the production areas needs to be labeled, properly covered, properly cleaned and sanitized before going back into service. The oil and grease that is used on food contact surfaces for plant maintenance and equipment purposes are food grade. Food grade and non-food grade grease are labeled and stored separately in a sanitary manner. Once the preventive maintenance task has been completed, all relevant information, unusual findings will be recorded in the work order management system. If there was nothing or unusual to report, then simply update the date that the maintenance was. Supplier staff, maintenance personnel, and service contractors adhere to the correct procedures when completing maintenance on all equipment. As part of the maintenance procedures, repaired equipment is inspected for missing parts, nuts, bolts, springs, and etc. before use. Reporting and completing repairs and cleaning the equipment after repairs. Maintenance staff and service contractors will report completed repairs to the maintenance manager, and cleaning of completed equipment is reported to the sanitation supervisor. Where machinery that exists over product lines or food contact surfaces requires lubrication, only food-grade lubricant is used. Where paint is used on equipment, roofs, walls, or floors, it is inspected for good condition and suitable for use. Paint is not used on food contact surfaces. Next is the chemicals and lubricants. All chemicals or lubricants are securely stored during periods of non-use in a place separate from all other products in the warehouse. No chemicals or lubricant can be stored on the floor. Chemicals are sealed in a leak-proof container. Any leaking containers are removed and legally disposed of. All containers of chemicals are labeled and used for intended use purpose only. All chemicals are listed in the USDA list of proprietary substances, and non-food compounds or an MSDS is on file listing the safe uses of the chemicals stored. Under this program, report to your supervisor any violation and safe or unauthorized use or storage of chemicals that could directly or indirectly cause the product to become contaminated. All grease cartridges are food grade. For production, open food grade grease, lubricants, and guns are stored inside a labeled, clean container. Only food grade lubricants are to be used in the processing areas. All food grade lubricants guns will be labeled, engraved to indicate food use only. No other items are to be stored in a food lubricant bin. Food grade lubricant guns stored in the maintenance shop are labeled and stored hygienically. Next, we have is repair and maintenance. Facility repairs are documented in a work order with a target date. The work order is signed off after completion and verification of the finished item. These work orders can come from weekly production meetings, weekly maintenance meetings, or facility inspections. After the work order is documented, it goes directly to the maintenance department until the item is completed and signed off. Equipment repairs and maintenance and servicing during production. The preventive maintenance program is documented in the weekly preventive maintenance lubrication schedule, verified by the quality personnel once a week, and filled in the production record cabinet. Monthly preventive maintenance overview activities are logged and verified by a quality personnel person once monthly and filled in the production record cabinet. Temporary repairs adhere to GMPs. A permanent solution must be given within a reasonable time frame. Use the PIP program to create work orders for any facility repairs or other repairs that require a frame time to get the fix. Maintenance tools are sanitized before entering a production room during operation hours. Sanitation is documented on daily operational sanitation record by quality personnel staff or trained employees. Fifth, we have is the responsibility. The responsibility of the person is indicated. It covers what to perform to comply with the policy and procedure. We have here the all personnel. All personnel shall adhere to this policy. Next, you may enter the position title if it's Food Safety Team Lead, PCQI or the SQF practitioner. Visually inspect areas for compliance with this policy, oversee or verify compliance of procedure, ensure personnel is trained on this policy and procedures, monitor and take corrective action to ensure compliance with this policy. Next, to ensure compliance with this policy. Quality control personnel, validate training and adherence to policy and procedure, monitor and document nonconformance observation is also known as discrepancy using corrective action or preventive action or the CAPA report. Quality or the compliance department, document control, records and archive, maintenance manager plans and execute the maintenance plan. Plant supervisors and operators ensure the appropriate and effective cleanup measures are taken once all maintenance or service contractor activity is completed and before the commencement of plant operations. Sixth, we have the corrective action. The corrective action is the process of taking appropriate steps to eliminate causes of nonconformities or other undesirable situations. In the event of product, materials, or equipment contamination due to maintenance activities, train the key personnel involved in the implementation of the program, review the procedures for effectiveness, and revise if needed. Seventh, the review quality. The review section serves as a guidelines for conducting the annual or the periodic review. Annual review of compliance to repairs and maintenance requirements by observing the following. There is a planned maintenance schedule. The maintenance schedule includes critical equipment and areas of the site. There are maintenance procedures that includes food safety issues. The planned maintenance schedule is being followed. Maintenance procedure afford no risk to product safety and integrity. Maintenance procedures are known by maintenance personnel and contractors. Maintenance procedures are being followed. Maintenance procedures include food safety and hygiene practices. Maintenance staff follow food safety and hygiene practices. Preventive maintenance activities are documented. Plant and equipment failures are documented. The maintenance schedule is adjusted for plant and equipment failures. Operating staff and supervisor are notified when repairs are made or completed. All tools, parts, and debris are removed from repair areas. Sanitation activity occurs after maintenance repair in food processing areas. Notification occurs when the potential risk to the product is evident through maintenance. Next, food-grade lubricant is used in food contact zones, conveyors, and all motors over food contact surfaces. Food-grade lubricant is used sparingly and does not come into contact with the food contact materials or food contact surfaces. Paint is not used on product contact surfaces. Maintenance records are available and complete. 8 is the reference documents. The reference documents are the set of documents used to implement and monitor a program, policy, and procedure. And under these, we have the maintenance procedures, food safety and hygiene training, SSOPs, maintenance records, daily operational sanitation record, equipment maintenance register, equipment maintenance plan, equipment maintenance checklist, preventive maintenance checklist. 9th is the references. The reference section is composed of guides utilized to implement the program. Examples are the certification guide, regulations, and other widely accepted scientific journals, research, and the like. It also must comply with the standard format citation, which can be based on either MLA, APA, Chicago style, and update access date. And under reference, we have the SQF Module 11, Edition 9 for Food Manufacturing, Section 11.2.1, Repair and Maintenance. Lastly, we have is the history. The history section is where we can update the program if there are any changes or revisions made in the document. And if there is a revision, enter the revision number, the revision date, the description of change made, the author or the originator name, the title, and the department of the originator or the author. Thank you for participating in this document review. Content presented are for training purposes only and are based on interpretations of standards and best practices, and must be customized for your intended use. To fully customize your programs, policies, procedures, forms for records, and lessons for training, you may contact Interlink IQ or Consultor Inc. at services@interlinkiq.com or simply call 202-982-3002. For free access, visit interlinkiq.com.